Controversy created by Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's turbulent Delhi trip just refuses to end. After his subdued presence at the G20 Summit, Trudeau overstayed his tepid welcome, all thanks to a snag in his plane. Later, a replacement aircraft that was coming to pick him up was diverted. Trudeau wasn't even present at the official G20 gala dinner, according to the Canadian media. This gave an opportunity to the opposition in Canada to target him. Pierre Poilievre, the MP and leader of the opposition of Canada, tweeted after the G20 summit saying, "Putting partisanship aside, no one likes to see a Canadian Prime Minister repeatedly humiliated and trampled upon by the rest of the world." After his struggles during the G20 summit, Trudeau was supposed to leave India on Sunday night but remained stranded in Delhi due to this technical snag. The Canadian Armed Forces sent a plane to pick up Trudeau, but the replacement aircraft, which was on its way from Canada, was diverted to London. Eventually, after much ridicule and a huge meme fest, he left for Canada. But it's not been a very good period for the Canadian Prime Minister. First, he went through a difficult time personally, and now the G20 turned into a major professional embarrassment for him. Trudeau skipped the dinner for the G20 leaders, with the Canadian Prime Minister's office refusing to say why. Now, this is all according to the Canada's CTV News. Then there was this moment of awkwardness at the event when G20 leaders paid tributes to Mahatma Gandhi at Rajghat. Prime Minister Narendra Modi tried to grasp Trudeau's hand, but Trudeau pulled away. This is also according to CTV News. Now, Trudeau, who shook PM Modi's hand, was the only leader to pull away from the longer handhold. Asked about it, the Canadian Prime Minister suggested people could read into it what they wished to. Then came the pull-aside talks between PM Modi and Trudeau. The Indian statement after that was curt and cold. It highlighted how Canada wasn't acting against the Khalistani elements active in their country. The Prime Minister's office said in a statement, he, that is PM Modi, conveyed our strong concerns about continuing anti-India activities of extremist elements in Canada. They are promoting secessionism and inciting violence against Indian diplomats, damaging diplomatic premises, and threatening the Indian community in Canada and their places of worship. India has regularly been flagging Canada's refusal to act against the Khalistani elements and linked it to Trudeau's government's vote bank politics. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar had said this in June. His remarks had come after reports of former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi's assassination being celebrated by outfits in Canada. He had said India fails to understand why Canada gives space to separatists and extremists other than vote bank politics. In July also, Jaishankar warned Canada that ties could be hit after Khalistani threat posters emerged, featuring names of Indian diplomats. But during G20, Trudeau was again non-committal about acting against these Khalistani elements. He said Canada would always defend freedom of expression, freedom of conscience, and freedom of peaceful protest. On the same day, an anti-India referendum was organized at the Guru Nanak Singh Gurudwara in Canada's Surrey, where Khalistani separatist and SFJ founder made an appearance. Trudeau's visit to India for the summit is also his first official solo visit since he announced his separation from his wife after 18 years of marriage. Trudeau's trip for the G20 summit is drawing parallels to his widely criticized 2018 India visit. In 2018, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's official visit to India drew severe criticism on mainly 3 counts. The reason was a series of missteps, which started with Trudeau's choice of attire. His repeated donning of traditional Indian outfits was considered over the top and inappropriate by many. The second major issue was the invitation of Jaspal Atwal, a convicted former Khalistani terrorist, to a reception hosted by the Canadian High Commission. This caused a diplomatic embarrassment for Trudeau, straining Indo-Canadian ties. Lastly, Trudeau's itinerary was criticized for being more of a family vacation than an official visit. He spent more time sightseeing than in official meetings, which led to questions about the seriousness of his intent. Like the visit in 2018, this visit too was seen as a missed opportunity to strengthen ties between India and Canada, and instead ended up causing a controversy. Do tell us what you think about this video in the comment section, and for more news updates, subscribe to India Today.